Now, Wion World is one's principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibbal, caught up with the new head of Afghanistan's embassy in India, Tahir Qadiry. The top diplomat touched upon a range of issues from cricket to the Afghan peace process. Take a look at a slice of that conversation.
Well, welcome to the Afghan Embassy, and I'm very happy actually to see you in person because Wion is, being watched widely in Afghanistan as well.
Tell me about the sporting engagements between the two countries. We know that the World Cup is on and how your team is doing, and of course India is providing a lot of facilities and of course building a lot of infrastructure when it comes to sports in Afghanistan.
Well, first of all, thanks to India for giving two home grounds for our Afghan cricket team in Dehradun and in Greater Noida. And secondly, these guys are our peace ambassadors. They have been doing really fantastic. Coming out of the ashes, now they are appearing at international grounds. India has been contributing hugely in Afghanistan. I, as in charge of the embassy and representative of the Afghan government, believe that India rightly designed its projects in Afghanistan. So India wanted Afghanistan to have a democratic house, so they built the House of Parliament. India supports sport in Afghanistan, so they built two great stadiums in Kandahar and in Mazar-e-Sharif. The Afghan government has always said that if there is any political settlement or peace deal, it should be Afghan-controlled and Afghan-led and Afghan-owned. So that's why our president and senior officials, they have been now advocating for a kind of coalition so that, to form and establish a sort of a regional consensus around that peace talks thing. So some efforts are being made. So the Afghan government is quite hopeful that they will reach to some sort of, some good achievements and results.
Where do you see India's in the entire Afghan peace process? India has been reiterating its policy, an Afghan-led and Afghan-controlled peace process, and of course backing the government there.
For India, yes, the Indian government supports the position of the Afghan government, which is very much appreciated because that is exactly what the Afghan government wants. Because if there is a peace deal, the Afghan government believes that it should be led and controlled and owned by the Afghan government.
Now, getting with India, legislative provision passed by the US Senate will bring India on par with America's NATO allies for increased defense cooperation. The proposal, which was passed by the US Senate last week, was part of the National Defense Authorization Act, or the NDAA, for the fiscal year 2020. It's yet to be passed by the House of Representatives, which is scheduled to consider it this month. Now, the amendment provides for increased US-India defense cooperation in the Indian Ocean, especially in the areas of humanitarian assistance, counter-terrorism, counter-privacy, and maritime security. To sum it up, it seeks to expand the scope of India's designation as a major defense partner of the United States of America. Keeping it with India, on to one of India's richest states, Maharashtra, where a wall collapse has left 28 people dead in just one day. A wall collapse in the Malad suburbs of northern Mumbai left 18 people dead and a further 13 injured. The heavy downpour triggered the collapse of the wall over hutments. Many people are still believed to be trapped under the debris. The National Disaster Response Force has been called in to assist with the rescue operations. The injured have been admitted to the trauma center at Jogeshwari and Shatabdi Hospital. Maharashtra's Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis visited the hospital and met with the patients and their family. Remember, the Maharashtra state government is facing a lot of flack over the way they've been handling the crisis so far. Another wall collapse in Pune's Sinagar district has claimed the lives of 6 people. The incident happened at around 1:15 a.m. this morning. This follows another wall collapse last week in Pune's Kodwa that claimed the lives of 17 people. The series of bad news continued for the state of Maharashtra yesterday as another wall collapsed in Kalyan. The wall of an Urdu school collapsed on an adjoining room, killing 3 people and injuring another. Across Maharashtra, 28 people, I repeat, 28 people have lost their lives due to wall collapses in just one day. 4 teams of the National Disaster Relief Force, or NDRF, have been shifted from Pune to Mumbai to handle the multiple crises caused by the rains. Meanwhile, the Maharashtra state government has issued an advisory asking people to stay indoors. The spotlight is also on the suspect quality of construction in structures across the state.